All right, welcome everyone to Rants and Raves. Which version? You know what? I'm going to do the halves. So we're doing Rants and Raves number 72 and a half, Strike Edition. The halves are going to be the Strike Editions. The normal episodes are going to be RowCalls. So I'm just deciding this on a whim. So just check this. There we go. We got RowCall here. Say hello, RowCall.
What's going on? Going on. Trying to get home before the curfew starts. So I'm not in violation.
Right.
But it sucks.
And for everyone wondering, RowCall is using the GunTube Chamber call-in feature because his phone internet or his internet out where he is a little wonky. So, Cindy has to use all the internet. So he had to, pipe a fan to her. So he's using his normal phone today to call in and to hang out with us.
That is correct. Cindy is working from home, so I have to sneak back into the house to go into a different part of the house so I can bitch and complain so no doctors or police departments hear me bitching and complaining about how shitty the world is right now.
We're gonna get right into that, but first up, I have something to share with everyone. I saw the greatest action figure ever today. I have to share. I shared on Matt's. I'm sharing again. Just deal with it. But I'm telling you right now, I believe it. I believe it. Carol Baskins did kill her husband.
Oh, yeah. Carol Baskin, that bitch. She's a horrible person.
Look at that. We got proof right there. It's right there. So, anyways, just figured I'd show that because I thought that was hilarious. All right. So, what are we talking about tonight? What are we talking about tonight?
All right. So tonight we'll talk about the curfews that are being implemented around the country. What's it mean for you? What's it mean for society? And will we ever get the right to walk around and the freedom back to walk around ever again? How does that sound?
It sounds like I'm interested. Go on.
All right. So, usually it's the states around us. And if you guys don't know where I live in Indiana, and I have surrounding states like Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, things of that nature. So a lot of these states have been implementing a curfew. And our curfew was just set yesterday that goes in effect today. So at 11:59 Central Standard Time, the real time that's in the world, no one is allowed out of their house until after 5 a.m. in the morning. So, looking at the terms and conditions of this, when you come out of your house at 5 a.m., you have to only get essentials and go to certain places like the doctor to go pick up prescriptions, things of that nature. So, and they also shut down all the parks. So all the people that would go to the park with their kids or walk their dogs in the park, the dog park, that's all canceled now. So you can't do that. So they're implementing pretty much you can't do anything even after the quarantine phase is over for the morning.
Well, Mike, Ozzy Osbourne out there on the chat is saying that he's in South Central Illinois and they don't have a curfew at the moment.
They don't have a curfew?
No, it might be more in the Chicago area that they got the curfews.
Well,
You know, right? So go on. Don't leave us in suspense.
So now, and not only that, so now they're going to be limiting people in the stores. So now, if you thought you were going to go after the quarantine and, you know, mull around and get out of the house, that's now unacceptable. So this is for all the people, and I've said this on multiple platforms, even Facebook, where I got kicked off the other day. I've said this: if people around my area would have just went and got essential items, whether it be toilet paper, medicine, things of that nature, we wouldn't have had this problem. Now, I'm putting this on all those people that were bullshitting around, that were going to get clothes, shopping around, people in my store when I asked them for help. No, we're just walking around getting out of the house type of shit. I blame those people for this. This is the problem. If they're everybody, I understand, shall not be infringed. I understand all of that. But when these people start putting in draconian laws, regardless of what they are, you're going to have to suffer the consequence of this. And this is the consequence of people that are going to buy fucking flip-flops. This is the portion of the consequence of not just going to the store to pick up your essential stuff and go home and chill out at home. And not only that, they've closed down all state parks. So now you can't even fish. And when they close the state parks down, they close the campgrounds down. So now all the people in the campgrounds that are just hanging out, now they have to go home. So this is a snowball effect. And I understand that we all should, you know, push back on some draconian gun laws, or we should, you know, be able to self-quarantine in a certain situation. But when the people don't obey this is how it gets ruined for everyone else. Because if everybody would have sheltered in place, we wouldn't have this problem that's going to be going into effect. So not only that, this closes those businesses down, like McDonald's, like your fast food joints, like some of your other places of small business that are local to your area. Now all these guys got to close because nobody's allowed out during this portion of the quarantine, and losing these rights to move freely about the nature of this is something that everybody's going to have to take a long look at and see if we get these things back. Because now they've even moved this quarantine date to May 1st. So now this is going to go in effect all April. They weren't talking about doing this, but the people that weren't staying home, the people that were just going out for S's and G's, these are the people that this little order has come into effect now, because people weren't self-quarantining. And now it's only one person per household to go into stores in my area. So now you can't even take your significant other. It's only one person per household. One cart to go into Walmart with one person. So whether we get those back or not, we're going to have to see. And come May 1st, we'll see what happens. Is there anything going on out in the chat? Hello?
Oh, I was muted. Kingpin says, at Night Strike, I heard on the radio today that some rep somewhere, I think DC, said now would be a good time to use red flag laws if you live with someone with a gun. Can't remember all the details. What about that? Roll call?
What was the question? Hello?
Did you hear me?
I'm kind of breaking up now. Now it's getting shitty. Getting pissed. What was it again?
Kingpin said, at Night Strike, I heard on the radio today that some rep somewhere in D.C. said now would be a good time to use red flag laws if you live with someone with a gun. Can't remember all the details, though. Yeah.
Well, it's just like that senator or that representative in Illinois said, this is the greatest time to start confiscating assault rifles, whatever those are. So, I mean, I could see that. I could see these people pushing freedom to the limit. They're doing it. They're doing it in state by state by state. So why wouldn't they take this opportunity to start ripping people? I mean, look at what they've done. They've shut down gun shops in some portions of the country.
Right.
They've stopped, and even in my state, the great state of Indiana, they stopped processing handgun permits. So all these people that signed up for a handgun permit now cannot get it.
Budget says, shut up. I'll go buy useless shit if I want.
We'll see, that's what happens when people say that. Now they've implemented curfew. I understand people want to get out of the house, but this was the next step when people just don't stay away from other people, when they don't do social distancing, when they don't go to the store and just grab what they need to grab and then go home and walk around the yard or take a walk or, they distance themselves. Now, when you bring in your whole family into a store, that becomes a problem. And
right.
And lo and behold, guess what happened? Now they're limiting customers coming in my store. Sooner or later, they'll shut everything down, regardless if it's essential or not. Then what will you do?
Well, all I have to say is that if anybody comes on my land trying to take my shit away, good luck.
Well, this leads into the next thing. The guy sat up there for I believe, I don't know if it was the World Health Organization, but he sure in the hell wasn't American. And then he said about going into people's homes in Europe and grabbing people out of the house that are infected with this. How far are we going to go to? Are we going to start implementing those measures?
Yeah.
Where if somebody's sick at your house, that they're going to come in to your establishment, your residence, your home, your abode, your whatever you want to call it, and start dragging your family members out? What would you?
Yeah, I haven't traveled since September of last year. I have not gone out of the state since September of last year. Okay? I haven't gone anywhere. I stayed right fucking here in Charleston. So if they're gonna go after people, they better go after someone else, because I got news for them. I haven't left the damn state.
Exactly. And I'll throw this out there. When I was coming home from work last night, I have to take a portion of the highway home. They had cops literally sitting at the off ramp. So if you're, and this goes for all the people that live around me and in Illinois, in Michigan, in Ohio, and from the southern states, if you come off our highway, you're getting pulled over. In this piece of legislation the mayor wrote, if you are from out of state, you have to self-quarantine for 14 days. And they're going to pull you over, and they're going to tell you, go straight home. So there's no, I can go get my cigarettes cheaper here and then go back home. They're not going to be playing that game. There are literally cops sitting on the off-ramp. And you know what they're doing. They're looking at your license plate. And you could say, well, they can't do that. They are doing it. They are implementing these things. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Being so defiant, this is what happens. So that goes back to my other point. How are you going to feel when they start implementing, procedures where they're going to, your family member's sick, we're going to come into your house. We're going to take your family member. Freedoms are getting stripped little by little here during this I guess it's a crisis. So what does that mean to the people out in the chat? What does that mean? Doesn't that make you want to think about, kind of distancing yourself in society right now, so this doesn't happen to you like it's happening to me in this aspect?
Budget wants to jump in. Should I give him a link?
Budget can jump in. That's fine. We'll make it interesting tonight.
Oh, man. You're feeling all generous. I don't know if I like this new roll call.
Opinions from people from other states and other walks of the country are good. It's good interaction. It's good. It's good to know what they're doing. It's good to know to see how they're taking all this into account. Because I'm telling you, this shit that they're doing here is crazy. It's crazy shit right now.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. I understand why you're so pissed off. I'm not arguing with you whatsoever. I wholeheartedly understand. I find it a bit ridiculous, but again, I understand why they're doing it. I know why they're doing it. Yes, I find it ridiculous, and that may just be me. But it's just the lengths. I'm not sure that the lengths they're going to are the right precautionaries that are necessary. Okay, and I mean, here in South Carolina, yes, they finally instituted the stay-at-home order unless you have to go to the store, with the caveat that the gun stores stay open. If you need to go to the gun store, you can still go to the gun store, but we ask that you go home right after, which I would do anyways, because I'd only go to the gun store to pick something up, get some ammo, and then go home and shoot it.
Right.
So there, for me, I understand, but in most instances, unfortunately, I think most ranges are closed right now because of the pandemic in the state, and that it sucks that it's like that. But I mean, there is and there isn't. There is something to be said about being worried about the pandemic, and then there isn't something to be said about how it's violating certain rights. So it irks me. It irks me to agree, but have to disagree at the same time.
Right. See now, and what's funny about it? Everybody was telling a couple weeks ago. Everybody was telling each and other people on Facebook, calling them the Karen of Facebook, bitching about we don't need this, bitching about this. If enough people call for it, it will happen. And this is what happened. Enough people called for this. Enough people were snitching on people. We're telling people they're going into so-and-so's business. The businesses around where I work, they were partially open. But people would drive around and report that this place is open. It should be shut down. This is what happened. So you're seeing these people that are on Facebook, that are reporting this, that are bitching, that are complaining. These people are getting their way. So what does that mean for people even in your area? Good.
And for those asking, yes, in South Carolina, gun stores are still open, but a lot of the outdoor ranges and even PSA's indoor ranges have decided to take the self-quarantine method. They're not, PSA's only opening the store up for certain hours for people to pick up their serialized items and to buy any ammunition for said items if they need to. And then they're closing the stores again because they're doing the self-quarantine thing. I don't agree with that, but hey, they're trying to play it safe, and they're keeping the online stuff, going. They're scheduling appointments for people to go down and pick up their serialized items during this pandemic. So I'm not complaining. Tomorrow I'm going to go down and pick up my stuff. We'll all be happy. But again, gun stores are still open here in South Carolina. If you need to get a gun, go get a gun. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? But again, I know in some states the governors basically are left wing nut jobs, and they're like, "Oh no, you don't need a gun in a time of pandemic." Yeah, you don't need a gun when basically the governor's declared a stay-at-home order and people are on the verge of rioting. Yeah, you wouldn't need a gun during a riot, would you? No. I hope you got the sarcasm there. And Budget, I see you there in the corner. Come on, say something. You're muted. We do not hear you, Budget. What's wrong? Try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Press the button, the mute button. Not on Hangout, but on your headset. I don't know. It's not working, Budget. All right, we got some comments out there. I'm going to read some of the comments. G23 says, at Night Strike, our governor is MIA. So apparently his governor is missing in action. Mad Sexy says, at Night Strike in California, people have to wait up to 30 days to pick up their guns now. That is unconstitutional. I do not like that. So, there we go. Budget, you there yet?
And for the
I'm not hearing anything from
people out there. I can't see any kind of chat, text, or anything like that. So if you have any questions, put the @ symbol into me or Night Strike. That way, if you have a question for me, Night Strike can ask me the question, because I can't see any of the text chat.
Yeah, just tag me and I'll read the comment off for you guys. Mad Sexy says, at Night Strike, it's because of the Department of Justice dragging their feet. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Gizzard Gary also said something very, very, very poetic in the poetic justice style. He said, once this is over, a lot of governors are going to have to answer for some of this stuff. And yeah, they are.
I agree. If your governor's not handling this the right way, and a way of non-craziness, then yeah, I think you should look at it, and I think you should write them and tell them that their job depends on them. I agree with that.
Right, and just again, I don't know how many governors are up for re-election this November, but their performance and how they carry themselves and handle an emergency situation like this right now is definitely what you should be following. You should be following your state governor's every single move right now, because you need to decide if another natural disaster comes along, whether or not you want him to be in charge, taking care of you and the state. Okay? So this is a sink or swim moment for governors. So
I agree.
Enrique Sonora's out there. He's saying it is total BS that a local politician decides he says it is total BS that a local politician decides what is essential. It is BS, but in the state of South Carolina and a few other states, whatever the governor says is usually the law of the land because of precedents. And what else? What was it? What is it also? What is that law where if the state government says it, the cities have to abide by it? But also because of that, we don't have that. And unfortunately, Enrique doesn't have that in Pima County, Arizona, and that's not good. Jamie Smith is asking at RowCall 219, how's the guns and ammo shelves looking at your store right now?
Everything is gone. Everything is gone. There's a couple FNs, there's a couple CZs, but you gotta understand the majority of guns, except for I think two or three guns, are 9mm. You can't get 9mm. There's no ammunition on my shelf. There's a little bit of shotgun rounds, but they're turkey rounds. So you're paying, $17 all the way up to $30 for some turkey rounds. And all the rest that's left is 22 ammunition. There's nothing for a 357, a 44, a 9mm, a 380, a 25, 38. There's none of all this ammunition is scarce. And it's because people are freaking out. And when people freak out, guess what? We're not going to get shipment. We're not going to get shipment. If you watch Military Arms Channel, he just told you. There's no more.
Okay, now can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Loud and clear.
Holy shit! Finally.
So I want to make.
Okay, I just want to make the note that now we are full of call-in participants. If you join the discussion, you'll have to do it via the normal link. Just let you guys know that. Carry on, RowCall.
Well, if you look at Mac's video, Federal isn't sending him any money due to high demand. There is a high demand for ammunition. So when you come into my shop and you say it's bullshit, it's not bullshit. You know what's bullshit? It's people that are panic buying. It's the people that are freaking out. So the more people panic and the more people buy ammunition, the less and less you're going to see it on shelves. It's just that simple. Don't buy into the panic buying. And a lot of these people that are panic buying are people that are not prepared. And you can tell they're not prepared.
Hey, guys, I asked to come in because I want to point something out. And I'm probably going to piss you off, Ro. Don't mean to, but I need to point this out. I don't think it's what you're saying, but what I'm hearing is everybody stay at home and cower and submit to having your freedom taken, or else they're going to take more. So be good little boys and girls so that they're not worse to us. That's what I'm hearing you say. Now, I know you better than that, but the way you're coming across, that's the message you're giving.
Well, in a sense, there is. If you're going to continuously abuse this and continuously to say you're going to be defiant, they're going to start implementing even harsher.
So cower down and hope they won't take more? I guess we should just give them those bump stocks or those trigger activators or the binary triggers or the full semi-auto rifles. That way maybe they won't take everything from us.
You shut your dirty mouth. They already have.
I mean...
Oh, Jesus Christ, you almost made me spew pop on my windshield, you fucker.
So, I mean, I get where budget's coming from, but to the same extent, is it worth your freedom and is it worth your time to just be defiant and just go buy flip-flops?
If I need a pair of flip-flops, yeah, I'm going to go buy them.
I don't think flip-flops are a necessity.
If I need a gallon, I'm glad you can tell me what I need.
Man,
if I think I need a gallon, if I need a gallon of paint, guess what I'm going to go buy? A gallon of paint.
Yeah, but see, they've already implemented what you need, and I don't see anybody lining up in front of their representatives' buildings or their houses saying we can do what we want. Do you? I don't see that. So, in essence,
I mean,
if you just hunker down and wait for this to end, right now all people are doing is adding to the problem because they think it's the correct thing to do.
In your area, that's what they're doing.
No, I'm not saying go hang out on the corner just for shits and giggles. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what people are saying here. That's what that's what people in the neighboring city to me are doing. They're just hanging around on the fucking corner because they're retards. Well, they'll pay for that eventually. What I'm talking about is don't sit huddled in your fucking home and shut down the engine of our economy. If you need to go out and buy something and the store's open, go out and buy it. Don't be an idiot about it. Wear your mask. Practice your social distancing. Don't take your kids with you, for God's sake. But at the same time, don't sit around and huddle under the blankets. If you need something and the store where you can get it is open, go get it. Just be cautious with it. Be sensible. And that's the thing. People are not doing it. They're being defiant. They're saying, fuck this. We're not doing this. I'm taking, like yesterday, a whole family came in yesterday. People aren't heeding this warning. If your family needs some T-shirts, I'm sure you can send one person in there. You don't have to take your husband, your uncle, your aunt, and your 4 kids and your grandchildren. People were bringing babies into my establishment. And what you have to understand is we've already cut our hours due to this. So sooner or later, they're just going to say, guess what? We're going to shut everything down because people aren't heeding what they're saying. Am I saying cower and shiver underneath, your house? No, I'm not saying that. But they've implemented the rules. People aren't playing by the rules, just like they don't play by the rules for gun control and all that jazz. But if we play the game, hence, if we play the chess game and we take caution and we don't bring everybody in the family to the places, they will stay open. But they didn't heed that warning, and now you have a curfew. Now you have a limitation on people that
I don't know how it's going at your neck of the woods, but I know here in Ohio, they are limiting the number of people allowed in the stores. For instance, Walmart. Walmart, the one closest to me, has a limit of 1,000 people allowed in the store at a time. They have people, they've shut down all the entrances but one, and they have people at the door with a tablet counting everybody that comes in and out. And if there's 1,000 in there, you're not getting in. They're not letting you take the whole family in there. It's just one person. They're enforcing the sensibility to it, I guess. And maybe that's what we need. To have the shop owners being proactive about it.
And that's all I'm saying. There's a time to be defiant, but there's a time not to be defiant. And right now,
you have to use common sense.
Okay, hold on.
You have to use common sense, which I know isn't. It isn't common. It's so rare it should be a damn superpower, but...
Okay, we got a comment out here from G23. He says, at Night Strike, I just picked up another 2,000 rounds of 40 cal ammo the other day.
Good for you.
Just because I could.
Yeah, if you can find it, pick it up.
If you can get it, get it, because I'm in no way, shape, or form is RowCall, Budget, or myself saying that if you need ammunition, if you need guns, that you should go out and get them. We're not. That's not what we're saying.
That's essential.
I'm saying if you need it, go get it. If you need a left-handed Twinkie peeler, and
exactly,
your store's open,
that's the point.
Go get it. Drive the economy. Let's not shut this shit down.
Exactly.
That's what they want.
Exactly, but at the same time, if you need it, go get it. But you yourself, you don't need to bring the whole freaking family.
Show some
bring yourself.
That's all.
Exactly.
That's what we're saying.
Like Budget said, don't be hanging out in the street corner. Don't be like they tried to have a car show. Don't be trying to do stupid shit like that.
No, yeah.
That's ignorant stuff. Don't do that. All that does is feed the beast. And people weren't heeding that.
Hey, I get wanting to be out of the house. I'm going stir crazy. You know, all I'm doing is going to work and then going to like the store to get what we need, like you're supposed to, right? But here, not this upcoming weekend, but next, I'm going camping. I'm going hiking. I'm getting out of the house for a couple days, going to the Wayne National Forest, Lake Vesuvius, to hike their backpacking trail. That's still social distancing, but I'm out of the house. Do shit like that. Don't congregate in crowds. That's just idiotic at this point in time.
Okay, we got another comment out there. Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, the problem is majority of people are total idiots that have zero common sense whatsoever. 40 dipshits from EWU went on a ski trip. They are now sick. Yes.
Well, see.
I haven't left my city in like what is it? It's April now. In like 5 or 6 months, at least.
Yeah,
probably
but
longer.
That's normal for you, isn't it? You were social distancing before social distancing was cool.
No, I was not. That is not true at all. It's just I don't go out. I don't go out and do anything unless I absolutely have to. I mean, if I have to go run errands for family, that's one thing. Or if I have to, right. I mean, if I have to go get stuff for myself, that's something else. But this whole thing hasn't impacted the way of what I normally do. If other than some of the people that I do work for remotely, they're not working, so I'm not doing any work.
I think that's what. Don't let this impact what you normally do, as long as you can do what you normally do in a responsible, judicious manner. For instance, this past weekend, I wanted to raise some money so I can buy a PSA AKP pistol, which I managed to do. So I sold 3 guns. And I did it with face-to-face transactions, meeting strangers. But you know what? I kept my distance. I set down what I was going to sell, and he set down the money, and we transacted back and forth. He showed me his CHL and whatnot all 3 times. I did so in a responsible manner where I'm not going to get the COVID from nobody. That's all. You just got to take precautions. Do the same shit, just do it taking precautions. Now, unless, you like go to the bar every night and whatnot, then you're kind of screwed, because that's probably something you should avoid. Public gathering.
Obnoxious one. All I'm going to say is I'm not going to read your comment because I wasn't born in 1980. I was born much later. So, yeah, I can't be the Bigfoot social distancing champion. I believe that's the Yankee Marshal. Ghost Shadow out there says at Night Strike, trails and parks have closed as they do not have the personnel to monitor, maintain, or respond to calls at the park/trails in his area. That sucks.
Is it local? Is it state? What? As far as I know, federally, the national stuff is still open.
Yeah, the national stuff, but all the state parks and all the city parks and all that jazz, they're all closed. So when those close,
I think he means the state parks.
When those close, then the campgrounds close. All this stuff has to close when these state parks close, and that's what I'm getting at. People aren't heeding this. Again, I'm not telling people to cower in fear. I'm just saying people around here are not doing it responsibly, and this is what happens. When all these people are on Facebook and social media saying, we shut down everything, we have to shut down everything. I don't agree with that. But yet, when people don't heed these warnings and they feed the beast, and they they're the biggest thing in the world, this is what happens.
Okay. Well, we got another comment out here. Jay Mattingly says, as much as I disagree with going out in the pandemic, but this is still the land of the free, and who are any of us to tell a free man what to do? I have an essential job, but trust me, I wish I could stay home.
Yeah, same here. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my job is essential, so I have to go. But I mean,
mine is not. So
I mean, they're just, I take a risk every time I go out and go home or go to work and come home. Like I come home and I strip my clothes off and I throw them immediately in the washer. I'm taking precautions, and then I go and take a shower. I think I'm the cleanest person around.
You're getting Budget all excited here. You better stop that.
I'm sorry.
All right. But, Gizzard Gary says there have been no sightings of the at-night strike. He is an urban legend. That is not true. Not at all. Do not listen to that fake chicken man.
And today I just learned that my aunt and uncle have COVID-19, and they're quarantined in their house.
My sister-in-law does.
Yeah. I mean, it's
my sister-in-law is at the hospital, actually, right now. She got taken to the hospital yesterday.
Yeah. I mean,
my
it's out
sister.
there. That Ro is looking for you. And don't give it a reason to find you. Again, go in there, get the shit that you need. Don't send the whole fucking family. Don't do stupid shit like that. Don't feed the beast.
Yeah.
Go in there, grab your paint if you're doing your job at your house. If you need to go grab some lumber, go grab some lumber. Don't take your kid with you. Don't take the people that are on the project with you. Sooner or later, construction workers are going to have to deal with this stuff. Because if places start closing, construction slows down. So people, heed the warning.
I would tell you what you really need to
Enrique Sonora out there is saying, hold on. Enrique Sonora is out there saying state and trust BLM land is still open in Arizona. So there's good. And for the record, anyone wondering about when I was born, 1983. So that's much later than 1980. So don't listen to Obnoxious One.
Jesus Christ, I have books in my library that I've had longer than you've been alive.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
I'm not kidding.
You shut your mouth. That AK Master mount fits perfectly on my AK.
Awesome, dude.
How about yours?
It didn't. That's why you got such a good deal. I'm glad it works for you, man.
Yeah. By the way, I got that Polish mag working too. It just needed to be fitted, as I saw. As with all AK polymer magazines, doesn't matter whether Tapco or some other brand. Sometimes you do have to fit them for the AK.
Yeah, and it's like that with
unless they're Magpul. Unless they're Magpuls, and then Magpuls just work out of the box.
We shouldn't talk about AKs at all.
I'll find out what fits that AKP when I get it, man. I can't wait till I'm anxiously awaiting. I know it's going to be even more delayed than it normally would be because of the Rona, but still, man, I'm waiting to get that thing. Awesome.
Okay, Go Shadow saying at Night Strike, state parks, trails, campgrounds closed as they do not have staff available. Some fire departments are closed because crew is sick in Ghost Shadow's area. Yeah. I don't know where Ghost Shadow is. Ghost Shadow, if you can tell us which state you're in, go for it. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. But we got more things. John Brown Productions has just jumped in, saying hello. Hey, John Brown, how you doing?
Hello.
Apparently, Armament of DM Foss is out there saying hi. He's also calling me a pup. Okay, well, DM Foss, I've got a mail call and book review coming out for you. So be on the lookout for that. Armament Axis says, at Night Strike, I seen my adult daughter at the grocery store the other day, and she wanted a hug, but we didn't because of this. Yeah. Obnoxious One says he's got overdue books older than me. Well, I hope they find you. Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, I have Colorado leather boots I got in 1979 that still fit. Well, thank you. It's good to know. All right.
Where are you, whippersnapper?
All right. We got a few more. Okay. G23 says at Butch Guns and Gear Reviews, we all can't be older than dirt, just like I told at the Poor Conservative at Night Strike.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm only 47, almost 48. I'm not older than dirt.
Poor Conservative says I have concert T-shirts that are older than Night Strike. Well, thank you. This one I can believe. DM Faust says at Obnoxious One has a rash that's older than Night Strike. That I can believe. It's right there on his forehead.
He named it Bob.
Yeah, he named it Bob.
So I hear the first round of stimulus checks come out tomorrow and Friday. So make sure you check your bank account.
No, I heard it was going to be the 15th. So.
Well, that's what I heard today. I heard.
Anybody have any good body armor recommendations? Because I'm thinking about, I'm planning to get a plate carrier and some plates. I'm just not sure. So you see, like AR500's got some good deals, and then AR500 Targets has some good deals, and a couple other places have some good deals. I'm just not sure which way to go with that.
I've been looking at soft armor. I've been seeing a lot of different soft armor that has that ceramic in it.
Yeah.
I've been looking at that. It's supposed to. Mr. Guns and Gear has it on his channel. He's got a lot of different types of body gear that he shoots up and.
Yeah, I've seen the battle steel stuff that he did. I'm man.
Okay.
I'm torn. I'm thinking about getting a set of.
Jamie Smith says at Night Strike, first round starts on the 9th. Okay, well if it starts on the 9th, okay.
I'm thinking about getting a couple of those level 4 battle steel plates. They're like $100 a piece. That is not bad for what they are. That composite stuff, and they're lighter than the AR500 stuff too to boot.
Yeah. That ceramic stuff's way lighter than the shit that I used to carry. Way lighter. That's what I was looking at. That's what I think I might use with my first round of stimulus check is to get a little bit of body armor.
Well, I got my state taxes back, and I'm looking. That's got body armor written all over it, I think, because I don't have any. Believe it or not, I never bought any.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just never had them. I think I might get a set.
Just make sure you get a good rig, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm as I've said before, I'm more snactical than tactical, so I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to the plate carrier, tactical loadout, body armor, cool guy stuff. I'm just a big fat ass with a camera and a microphone, so I gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't see anything out in the chat, so if anybody's giving me advice out there, I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm not reading out that advice.
Okay, good.
So they're going on about how Night Strike is soft armor.
Okay. Hey, got your own built-in trauma pads, right? That's how I see it. I'm not that. I have built-in trauma pads.
Okay, stop now.
All right, fellers. I'm sitting in my driveway, and I'm going to go in and say hello to the wife and maybe go take a poop.
Okay, good luck. Don't fall in.
Yep. You guys have a good one, and goodbye to everybody out there in the chat. Y'all have a good one. Take care. As soon as I can hang this damn thing up.
Yep.
That was Budget Guns and Gear.
So.
So do you have anything tonight?
No, not, other than, what we're just talking about right now.
Yeah, sure.
So. So, what about you? You got anything?
I think, I don't know. Trying to think what else I had to say, and I should have wrote it down.
You should have, yes.
You're welcome. Oh, got on a phone call. Can't disturb the phone. All right. Is there any more questions out in the chat?
Let's see. RowCall wears Tiger King underwear from C4 Defense.
I do. I have Tiger.
Ghost Shadow says at night Strike was supposed to get new teeth April 4th. Now going to have to gum through my food till mid-May at the soonest. Ouch.
Get a blender.
Yeah, get a blender. There you go.
Blended. So I'm going to start to watch Ultra Carbon tonight.
Altered Carbon.
Whatever. I'm going to watch that. You recommended it. I'm going to watch it. I've been stuck on the Ozark. Have you watched the Ozark yet?
I have not, no.
That's one I recommend is the Ozark with Jason Bateman.
All right.
So those that's my recommendation. That and all the Lethal Weapons are all on Netflix as well. So you can watch 1 through 4.
Okay. Good. Right now I'm doing believe it or not, I'm doing taxes right now.
Oh God.
So yeah, since I don't have anything else to do because I'm not working right now because everybody's closed that I do remote work for, so I don't have anything else other than to shoot out back in the backyard, do lawn work, and kind of just hang out right now. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I went and shot my FN the other day. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, how was it?
It was good, man. It's a good gun. Very, very underrated gun for what it is. I got the FNS 9. Very underrated. If you can find one in your area, I highly recommend you pick it up. Give it a shot.
All right.
We shot that, and we shot the
right.
GSG Firefly. That's another one we shot.
Firefly, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's the one you don't like, right?
No, I like that gun. That gun's fun to shoot, and it shot everything we put through it that day. So, I mean, it's a reliable 22. I mean, as reliable as a 22 can get. We had a couple rounds that didn't go bang, but we shot about 150 rounds, and I think there was only 2 or 3 rounds that didn't work. So that's pretty good.
Ghost Shadow says that Night Strike going to load another 2,000 rounds of 300 Blackout this weekend. More reloading bullets supposed to be delivered tomorrow. All right. Mad Sexy says at Night Strike, I can't go shooting. I'm sorry, Mad Sexy. I'm sorry, buddy. Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, got my taxes done mid-February, owed 0 and 0 refund. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. I just have to file it. I've been dragging my foot on this because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I figured I should probably file it.
I filed my shit like a month ago, and I haven't seen any return. Not even my state check.
Yeah.
So hopefully it all comes. They need to hook it to my Trump money and just give it to me all in one lump sum.
Right.
There's a couple guns that I want to buy, and they need to stop. They need to stop dragging their feet on that.
Yep. All right. You got anything else?
I think I complained enough about what's going on in the area. Have we been going for an hour?
All right.
We've been going for an hour, right?
Yeah, we've been going for an hour. We can go longer. If somebody else wants to jump in and complain about what's going on in their area. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, just email me, nightstrike1@gmail.com. I'll send you a link. Otherwise, yeah, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got some weather coming in, so that might affect what I'm doing here.
It probably won't affect it. It won't affect it because unless your signal is affected by that, it probably won't. Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, the deduction for state sales tax gets me down enough to not owe anyway. Yeah, that's how it goes. Gunpowder Beauty's out there. She's throat punching me. So, all I have to do is say hashtag free roll call, free Tardot.
Yeah, free Tardot.
Hashtag free Tardot. Yeah. Let our Tardot go.
Right.
Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike it was 74 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny here to yesterday and today. It's been in the 80s here. It's been in the 80s, so it's been pretty nice. Mad Sexy at Night Strike. What is everyone doing to pass the time? Well, since I have a computer and I still have internet, I've been playing video games, doing lawn work, doing my taxes, as well as going out in the back and shooting 22.
There you go.
I'm sitting on a ton of bricks of 22, so I figured I might as well start using
it. Now, do you save your 22 brass?
No, I don't save it. Out in the backyard? Are you crazy? Just trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go shooting on Friday. I think I'm going to shoot on Friday. I think I'll make a video with that FN. I found some 9mm in my safe that was just Foos. Foos has the stuff I bought from Foos when I was down in Oklahoma. I found a box and a half of that, so that's what I'm going to shoot on Friday. more than likely.
Gunpowder Beauty says hashtag no more fist bump for Night Strike. Oh no. DM Foss says I took a nap, then took another nap today. Well, that's good. Mad Sexy at Night Strike. I spent my taxes over a month ago. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Armament X says at Night Strike, 22 long rifle is a great training tool, and scrap brass price is good. So rake that shit up. I'll remember that. Go Shadow at Night Strike. You can get tools to turn fire 22 brass into jackets for 30 caliber bullets. Oh boy.
Yeah, we don't even like our reloading stuff got hit pretty hard this past week. Like majority of all the powders are gone. There's only a few bags of clean brass and no bullets. I think there was two bags of 380 on the shelf, and then a box of 223 bullets. That's it.
D23 says at Night Strike, I can get 9mm ammo. I know a guy who knows a guy. Laugh out loud. Well, I believe you do.
Right.
I believe you.
Yeah, any kind of
No
handgun caliber stuff is just hard to get. Like, I found, like, I've been going through my safe. I've been cleaning out my safe and going through there. I found some 38 wad cutters that I forgot I had. So I got some of those. So now I'm like, well, maybe I should get a 38. I used to have one. I sold it, but I'm like, damn.
All right, Single Shot wants to jump in and tell us how his area, he's dealing with his area, so I'm sending him a link.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll wait on him to respond, figure out this. Waiting for comments. Mad Sexy at Night Strike. Does RowCall have 45 ACP in stock? He's got no ammo in stock at his store whatsoever. So
yesterday we had a small amount of 40 aluminum and 22, and some shotgun shells, some turkey rounds.
Yeah. G23 says no, it's not. If you know where to look at Night Strike and rifle ammo. Yeah, well, that's good. Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike really sucked when base stopped carrying reloading materials. Used to pay under $10 per round of powder and under $10 for 100 30 cal and 45 cal bullets. Yep. C4 Defense is saying Obnoxious One got SARS today. Well, better 20 years late than never.
Yeah, I think he bought a Sazma last gun to help support terrorism.
Oh. So Jamie Smith says at Night Strike, we all can find ammo online. It's the price gouging that's ridiculous. It is indeed. The price gouging has become a problem. But in your state, you would report them for if you have, if your state has price gouging laws, report them, get them reported, and hopefully they can't continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
don't shop at Cheaper Than Dirt either. I had another guy that got ripped off from them.
Right.
Apparently nobody's learned their lesson.
So
magazines are hard to come by as well. We don't have any. We had a couple of the thermal mode AR mags, the AK mags.
Mm-hmm.
But the only other magazines we have on the shelf are the Taurus PT. What is that little Taurus 380? I have one. I can't even think of the name. But there was two magazines, and a Browning bookmark magazine. But that was it.
Go shout us at Night Strike. Locally at North 40 store, we can get a 1911 for under $400. Well, that's good.
Good deal.
That's good. Well, relatively. Single shot. There you are, buddy. Can you hear us? You're muted, so unmute yourself, buddy. It's the little microphone at the bottom left. See it? Right there in the center? Bottom left of the screen.
There we go. Okay, we got you now.
There. All right. So, what's going on with you? How are things in your area?
Well, I'm just getting home, guys. I live up here in central Maine. We're expecting a crap storm starting tomorrow. Supposed to get a pile of snow. It's not going to last long, but
You're breaking up a little bit, buddy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's the area.
So what have they gone full lockdown in Maine?
Yes, they have, unfortunately. But that doesn't really pertain to us truck drivers. We've still got to move product.
Okay. So, what kind of product do you normally move?
I generally outbound out of the state. I've got big rolls of paper, mostly out to Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. Last couple of times out, I went up into Minnesota, so it's a pretty good run. But on the way back, I could pick up anything. You know, I just dropped off a load of TP and paper towels down the southern part of the state, the food warehouse.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Roll call still in here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He's alive.
I'm alive still.
Good to meet you, roll call.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? I want to thank you for doing your traveling. I know how that is.
Well, you know, it's a job I've done for 30 years, so, and I'm not unfamiliar with these kind of crazy times. I've been through a couple of trucker strikes, been shot at and everything else, so, you know, bring it on, boys. We're ready.
Wow, getting shot at.
Oh, yeah.
When?
2 different occasions back when I was very young and I just started trucking. I'm going on 64 here next month. And one other time, my dispatch failed to let me know that the place that I was going to was under strike. So I walked right into a hornet's nest.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
No fun. No fun.
No fun at all. No fun for anyone. But yeah, so your state's on full lockdown. You're still working because you're technically essential because you're moving all this stuff to get to where it needs to go. What are some things have you seen in your area that people are doing? Are people following the lockdown, or are people still doing whatever the hell they're going to do?
Is he still there?
Well, man, it was myself in the truck. I keep food in here. I've got a refrigerator and a microwave. A lot of them have takeout orders that you can get. If the restaurant is open, they'll take a takeout order and set it up for you. But I'm just keeping social distancing. And
Okay. All right. Single shot. You're cutting out a bit, buddy.
Trying to keep myself.
He's got that RowCall internet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got that RowCall internet. Try and turn your camera off.
Away.
On the bottom.
I got a dad that's turning 83 on the.
He's definitely got that RowCall internet.
And
Yep.
I didn't understand anything he said.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Am I still with you guys?
Single shot. Your email is your phone is cutting in and out on you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
If you turn the camera off, it might be better. But again, there is a call-in number that's in that email that might work for you better. Where it's just you're calling into the conference call instead of trying to join the hangout with your phone's internet.
Yeah, I just cut the camera off. Is that working at all?
That's working a little better, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yes, that's not unusual for this area. I struggle with the signal through this area anyway. But I don't know about the gun stores and such. I haven't been in one for a while. I plan on visiting one or two of them, this time that I'm home. See what's going on there.
What do you carry? What do you carry, Single Shot?
Oh, a lot of everything, really. Going out of the state, it's usually large rolls of paper. And coming back, it could be anything, really.
Do they limit you from having interactions when you drop off your load?
Well, you practice that anyway, There's some places that are real picky about it. So you kind of have to go with the flow when you get to the customer.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
I might drop out again. I might drop out again here for a minute because I'm coming up into the area where I've got a dead spot. So.
All right.
Trying to get this sticker off, and I can't get it off. That's what I've been doing when I come home, just sticking stickers on my new safe.
There you go. I haven't got many.
Oh, no?
What's that?
You don't have any stickers?
Oh, I don't have many. I think I got probably, 5 or 6. That's about so far.
Well, what are you doing, Night Strike?
Technically taxes right now, but nothing else. What about you?
Hey, throw my email out in the link.
Which one?
The Gmail one.
The Gmail one. Which one is that again?
The CP one, the one that you send me the links for, hit or miss.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So, single shot. Just email me your address and I'll send you some stickers.
Oh, cool. All my contact information is right on my YouTube page, under About. In that section, I got all my contact info right there. I'd make that a little easier for you. But I appreciate that.
No problem, buddy. I'll send you a Rants and Raves sticker since you're a guest on Rants and Raves, and then I'll send you a RowCall 2 and 9 sticker.
Cool.
And even if I have some other stuff floating around.
All right. Yeah, check out my channel when you get a chance to, guys.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. All right, so we got some more comments out there. Ghost Shadow is saying at Night Strike, funny in Alaska in winter, you see the Pepsi Coke truck with brown foam coming out both sides of the truck. Knew his heater died and the soda froze.
Yep.
Yeah. DM Foss says at Night Strike, the gun shop I use closed. They're afraid they'll get reported to the snitch line our governor set up. Youch. Mad Sexy says at Night Strike says, what was the stupidest accident you or anyone else had with a firearm? Well, I think everyone knows what mine was, so I don't need to go on with that. What about you, RowCall? What's the stupidest accidents you've ever had with a firearm?
Just dropping my gun. You know, just basically, you know, if I'm cleaning it or, you know, I grab it out of the safe and I drop it and it falls.
Okay. Single shot. Same question. What's the stupidest thing accident you've had with a firearm?
Oh, God, I hate to admit this. I was working on a shotgun. It was before snap caps, and I didn't have a fired casing. I'm working on a Mossberg 500, and dummy me, I put a live round in the chamber. You know where that one went.
You sprayed the wall, did you?
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little, yeah. Well,
just a little.
I'll say this anyways. Everybody knows why I call my 1911 the Vampire. It's because I put the grip spring in backwards and tried to force that housing up and the mainspring house up, and I was trying to push the mainspring housing out, and that edge of the 1911 where the mainspring housing slides into is very, very sharp on a 1911. People don't think it is, but take your mainspring housing out of your 1911 and put your index finger over where it goes into on the frame. That area is very, very sharp. I don't care who makes it. It's very sharp. And let's just put it this way. I've got two scars on my right hand to prove that I got it out.
Ouch.
And I was cleaning that firearm because I was bringing that with me to my concealed carry course. Ended up spending 2 or 3 hours in the hospital. Ended up going and taking the concealed carry course 4 hours later, and hey, guess what? I still passed and got my concealed carry permit. So anyone out there, I'm giving you the middle finger. So there you go. I was still able to go and pass it. Even though I was stitched up and I had painkillers, I was still able to go and properly take the course and pass it. So all I have to say is nuts to you naysayers.
Oh, man. That's a hard lesson learned, though, by golly.
That's why my 1911 is called the Vampire. With a Y. Because
Vampire.
I'm Night Strike with a Y. So, yeah.
Yes,
Yep. It's got fangs. It bit me.
Yeah, my great uncle used to tell us when we was kids, me and my cousin, if something don't fit right, stop and try to figure out what you're doing wrong. He's right.
Sarge is saying your target looked like you shot it with birdshot at Night Strike. C4 Defense says, "Well, I'm sure it's still 10 times better than most of your department's targets. So don't give me that."
Oh,
Wow.
Oh boy.
So, Sarge, if you're gonna dish it out like that, I'm gonna give it back. Jay Monty says that Night Strike is street certified, yo. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that, but again, you guys asked. There you have it. If you didn't know, now you do. So make the jokes, let them flow. I know they're coming, so just move on.
Oh yeah.
So. All I have to say, Sarge, at least every single shot I shot out of that rental gun was on paper. I had no misses or strays outside of the paper. Can your department say that? Oh wow, that Gizzard, that's mean. That is mean. It's not Patriot's fault he's blind. Gizzard Garrett saying at Night Strike 1 versus Patriot in the dark in a shooting match.
Oh boy.
Wow. All right. I think it's time to end this because I don't want to have to time out someone. Because I swear that the next comment roll call, I'm gonna time someone out. So.
All right. Well, it's up to you if you want to call it a.
Yeah. I think we better call it. The comments are getting pretty nasty out there.
Oh boy.
So, but luckily, I will say this: out of all of my firearms, I've never had a negligent discharge inside of the house or outside. So,
yeah, I was pretty thankful that day there wasn't anybody in the house. So, that could have turned out a whole lot worse. But it's a hard lesson to learn.
Any
What
final
time?
questions?
What's that?
Is there any more final questions out in the chat or?
Gil Shadow says at Night Strike, I am extremely proficient at shooting small, furry moving targets. Shot over 400 squirrels in 2 months.
Holy mackerel.
That's a lot of squirrels.
What time do you usually start your chat, Night Strike?
Usually, RowCall starts it on his channel, RowCall 219.
Okay.
And he usually runs it from whenever to whenever.
Yeah.
All right, we're closing this one up. The comments are getting bad out there. I've had to time out. Obnoxious one tested me, and he learned the hard way why you don't test the Night Strike.
Oh, did you have to time him out?
So I timed him out for 300 seconds.
Oh.
Well, he wanted to be the funny guy. Well, the funny guy asked for it.
Well, thanks for the invite, Night Strike. I'll try to catch up with you.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yep. No problem. I'm all for jokes here and there, but taking them too far does irk the Night Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
One of my SP units just went by me in a hurry.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Oh, he's ahead of me already.
With that RowCall, you wanna go and give the outros and all that?
Sure. I want to thank Night Strike for hosting tonight's show. Cindy was doing her work stuff, and it gets kind of tough trying to do the show and having the internet kind of intertwined there. So we greatly appreciate it here for him taking the time to do this and making this chat hold up for tonight. The call-in feature is pretty cool. I like it. I think more people out there should use this call-in feature to participate in the chats. Whoever uses GunTube during their live shows, use this opportunity to call in and let's talk to you and get some stuff going and things of that nature. For people that don't know, you can go find me on YouTube at RowCall219. You can find me on Instagram at RowCall219. And I haven't tweeted Joe Biden, but I think he would forget that I'm tweeting him anyway. But I do tweet Joe Biden now every day instead of Elizabeth Warren. Bernie Sanders did drop out. So now you have your two definitive people that you're going to have to vote for. So keep that in mind and keep close eye on this. I mean, just because the coronavirus is going on doesn't mean that you should lay waste to not paying attention to politicians in the presidential election that's coming up. So don't forget about that. For my Patreon people out there, first of all, I want to thank you for donating not only your time but your hard-earned money. Again, if you don't want to pay until this is over, that's fine. It's not going to cripple the channel. It's not going to damage the channel. So I want to keep that money in your pocket in case you need it for food or some kind of essential item out there, or if you've got to get ammunition and you're running low, that's fine. I don't know. Do you have my Patreon link, Night Strike, that you can throw out there?
I do not.
Okay. Well, if you go on my channel, you can find my Patreon link. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. If not, that's fine. And to the people that are my patrons, if you're going to not contribute, just remember to come back after all this crap is done and over. And then we'll pick up as usual. Night Strike's giving me some information on how to mail some stuff out because my post office is shut down right now. You can't walk in there and mail anything. So I'm going to start FedExing everybody's stuff out there. I might have to tweak my Patreon because with everything getting canceled, whether it be Wanamaker, the NRA show, patches are far and few between, and that's one of my levels, is you get the random patches when I go to these shows. So patches are at an all-time low. I'm actually taking patches off my own personal patch panel, bagging them up, and sending them out to my Patreon so I can fulfill my commitment to it. So that stuff will be coming in the mail. So I want people to check their mailbox. If you don't have anything else to do, don't take your nap. Go check your mailbox here in the next few days. Other than that, I want to thank Night Strike once again for hosting the show tonight. Maybe next week we'll get a little bit better internet connection, get it going, and we'll be back on the RowCall 219 channel. Again, I want to thank Single Shot for coming on the show tonight. Again, use this feature, folks. You can interact with us even more than just in the text chat. So again, thank you, Night Strike. Thank you, Single Shot, and all you guys out there in the chat for hanging out with us tonight on this this trying time.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Take care. God bless. Stay safe.
Oh, yeah.